The waves rolled gently against the shore as I walked hand in hand with a woman who had been my light in the darkest years of my life. It had been 3 years since I had spoken to my wife, 3 years since the silence between us had swallowed everything we once had. That afternoon, the sun glowed warm, the air was soft, and for once, my heart felt at peace. I never expected that fate would place her on the same beach, watching me from a distance. I hadn't seen her in so long, but the moment our eyes met, I recognized her immediately. She froze as if struck by lightning. Her face, once so familiar to me, twisted in shock, disbelief, and something deeper, pain. She wasn't prepared to see me again, and certainly not like this. The woman walking beside me was not just anyone. She was someone who had been with me when I was at my lowest. After my wife and I split, I had drowned in loneliness, but this woman had stood beside me, picked me up, and reminded me that I was worthy of love. She was my second chance. And my wife's eyes fell straight onto her, realizing instantly what she meant to me. My wife's lips parted slightly, as though she wanted to speak, but no sound came out. She had left me in silence years ago, without closure, without answers. I had begged for words, for reasons, for something, but she had only given me a cold goodbye that had shattered my heart. Seeing her now, I wondered if she had ever regretted it. I didn't stop walking, but my steps slowed as we drew closer. Her gaze was locked on my hand, interlaced with the other woman's, and I could almost hear her heart breaking in that moment. The confident woman I remembered, the one who walked away from me so easily, now stood trembling, her eyes glassy with emotions she couldn't hide. She finally whispered my name, as if speaking it might bring back the bond we once shared. But it didn't. Her voice was weak, and for the first time, she seemed small, fragile, and uncertain. I simply nodded in acknowledgement, unwilling to reopen wounds that had finally healed. The woman beside me squeezed my hand, grounding me. She didn't need to ask who this was. She already knew. She offered me a quiet strength with just her touch, and that was all I needed to stay firm. My wife's eyes darted between us, and the truth was undeniable. I had moved on, and she hadn't. For a long moment, we just stood there, the crashing waves filling the silence. I thought of the nights I had cried myself to sleep after she left, the endless questions that haunted me, and the bitterness I had carried. But seeing her face now, full of regret and sorrow, I felt something surprising. Nothing. No anger, no longing, no hate. Just emptiness. She took a step forward, almost as if to reach out to me, but stopped midway. Her pride wouldn't let her beg, but her eyes betrayed her heart. I could tell she wanted to ask who the woman beside me was, but she already knew the answer. I finally spoke, breaking the silence. "It's been 3 years," I said softly, not out of kindness but out of truth. She swallowed hard, unable to respond. My words carried weight because they reminded her of the time she had chosen to throw away. The new woman in my life gently tugged me forward, and I followed. My wife stood frozen, tears threatening to spill, watching us walk past her. She had once been the center of my world, but now she was just a shadow of the past. As I walked away, I didn't look back. The beach stretched endlessly before me, and with every step, I felt lighter. My wife had shattered her own heart that day, not because of what I did, but because she finally realized what she had lost. The waves kept washing the shore as if erasing the past. For me, there was no going back. She had left me in silence, but I had found my voice again, in the laughter, love, and warmth of the woman walking beside me. And that was the only truth that mattered now.